Nice-ish. I'm Sister Jenna. How are you? Nice checking in with you. Today's topic is quite meaningful for me. In my morning meditation, I was up at 2 something today, and I've been observing for the last few days how our past experiences have such an impact on the way we see ourselves currently. And it's not that where we are at present is so bad, but the question arises, to what extent are you living the full capacity of the soul? And what if we were to actually fully live each lifetime according to the original virtues and qualities of the soul, where there aren't any hidden agenda, hidden memories of the past that are somehow lurking in our consciousness and holding the soul back. So I've been thinking a lot about that, and we've just started a new show for the Meditation Museum. It's called The Next Normal. And the second show, we featured a conversation on reincarnation in past lives. A lot of people felt a little bit like eerie or uncomfortable, and that's okay. But it's definitely something that you and I can't escape or run away from. But in what I was observing and studying, and even reading Ainsley MacLeod's book called Past Lives, and we're going to have him on The Next Normal too, which is Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 7:30. I kept thinking how many impressions and emotional deep impressions are still sitting inside of my personality. And I invite you to think of that for yourself. How much of your yesterday are you still thinking about? When I was sitting in the meditation room this morning, I was talking to my mother, Sister Gita, who used to co-host America Meditating Radio Show with me. She's now fully retired, by the way. I can't get her on the show for a bit. But while we were sitting in meditation this morning, I turned to her and I said, why is it that we're not fully present with each other? Like, don't we value each other that we should be like fully present with each other, but yet there's something that, there's a memory, there's an experience of some past relationship, past circumstance that still, I use the word lurk, because you know when something lurks behind you, it's not visibly showing that it's really there, but you can sense that it's there. So this energy of our past, why is it that we still take so much of our past into our present moment? When do we make past past? If something has passed, then why hasn't it passed? And yet, many times we'll sit with each other and talk about the good old days. Or we'll say, oh, I'll never forget what they did to me, and so on. We don't make past past. So I'm exploring this and I'm sharing this with you on Wise-ish today because I feel there's a real powerful fortune or boon or gift in our ability to begin to really check, like even right now, are you in a mode of the past while you're listening to me? And am I in a mode of my past as I share this with you? That's how powerful it is. That's how meaningful it can be. So just imagine, as you're listening to me, are you listening to me like trying to figure out from the past of where you are and how you need to interpret this? And as I'm telling you this, or I'm sharing this with you, am I coming from my past? I'll say there are two things happening right now as I share this with you. There's a part of me that wants to heal issues or unfulfilled agendas or stuff in me. Like, you can feel it, that even me sharing these thoughts with you is becoming a healing. But there's also a sense that there is a destiny, a vision that is also kind of waiting for me to step into as a result of whatever I'm feeling right now. And the destiny that's waiting for me to step into could either be fueled still from a detachment of my past, or maybe a release of something from my past. So how would the destiny feel? The destiny would come maybe in two particular parts. Either my destiny, which is in the future, would make me feel absolutely liberated, like there would be an incredible freedom in it. Or it could be that it's a very natural feeling, and it's so natural that I don't even know something's wrong anymore. But when a particular energy comes in front of me and I get upset, angry, afraid, doubt myself, doubt my capacity, I start to worry, then it becomes proof. Oh, I'm still feeding the past. They say that whenever you hold a memory from the past that has been, driven with some sort of a negative experience or trauma or sense of grief or loss or sadness or sorrow, that emotional vibration stays in the soul for a long time until the soul removes that memory with absolute, pure, unconditional love. And that's fascinating. It's fascinating to me that the more I can accept and move away from this feeling of not being worthy because I look that there's a recording in the soul of so many lifetimes. The same soul is sitting in this body right now, sharing with you, and you're the same soul that's been on this long, long, long journey that's sitting in front of your camera, on your phone, on your laptop, watching your program on television. The same soul that has been on a journey for so many lifetimes. You are listening to me now. So, to what extent have I really put my past into the past? And how would I be if I am absolutely present and in my true state of myself? So my answer from these queries in the last few days and this morning is there would be peace. There would be peace in my nature. There would be love. There would be a lot of love in my vibrations. There would be a happiness that would be so super sensuous that it would be a joy. And it's just a joy. It's not, I have to laugh out loud. It's not, I think it's LOL, or I don't know what the emoji is. But it's like you want to laugh out loud. You don't need to do that when there's super sensuous joy. It's just in you. So I wanted to invite all of you today as we move on. Every day is important. Today, what are you willing to put in the past and really allow it to be the past for you, which means you no longer give it permission to be a thought in the soul. You no longer allow the thought connected to that past emotion from a past birth or even from a past few years. You're saying, it happened. I can feel it. It's not where I am anymore. Om Shanti. And you move on. So really, really important to look into this area and try to define it for yourself. So I hope that made some sense for you today, and it has helped you to think about what the past could be for you. And if I'm free of a past, and that means that I'm not being weighed down, then just imagine how full my present and your present would actually be. So it would be a nice celebration to have. So we haven't had a blessing for a long time, so I'm going to be sharing one today. This is a nice one. Nice one. Well, they all are very nice. May you remain immune, detached, and free from the bondages by practicing just being loving and detached. May you remain immune to any effects of feelings. That means detached and free from bondage by practicing being detached and loving. So in other words, may you experience love and being unaffected by situations by practicing detachment and love at the same time. And I think that answers our query today. That's what it actually means to be very, very present. Thank you so much for joining us on Wise-ish. And please stay well and stay positive and optimistic. And you have permission to have your down days. That's where the energy is trying to help you to redirect where you're supposed to be going and who you're supposed to be. But don't get stuck there. Just don't allow yourself to be stuck there. It's not fair to you. It's not fair to the ones around you. And it's definitely not fair to the vibrations of the planet. So Om Shanti, take care, be well.